let's begin. I did some text cleaning. I cleaned up the text by looking at all the blank lines between paragraphs. I got rid of them, and now we have 2 extra pages that we don't need in this chapter. So I'm going to go over here to the pages area, and there they are. They're blank. I'm going to shift, highlight them both, menu, delete pages. They are pages. They have objects. I think all they have on them are text boxes and page numbers, so that's okay. Delete them. Now look, this ends on page 8, and it ends on a left-hand page. So it looks kind of tight. It could use some more space, and the number is kind of crammed in there, and the number is bigger than the font of the body. And this is awkwardly centered, and this is not a sentence. So there are things you'd want to be doing to clean this up. So first of all, let's, instead of saying speaking, let's just say he spoke at the Mason Temple in Memphis, Tennessee, on April 3rd, 1968. Let's say he delivered this address. Okay, up here, how about we center both lines just to see what it would look like. And it's already a title, so it doesn't need quotation marks. I might change this to a smaller font. I've been to the mountaintop, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., something like that. To do it right, I would need to change the paragraph style. So what is that? Chapter subtitle. I need to alter that. Center. Okay, there it is, centered. I've altered the style now, so the next chapter would be the same. It would be consistent. Now to change the page number, I need to go into the master. I'll highlight that. I think I need a paragraph style. I'm going to call it page number. I'm going to base it on the body. Paragraph style 1, so it won't be quite so large. I'm going to center it. I'm not going to indent at all. I'm going to apply that to the A I've highlighted there. And here, same thing, I'm going to apply it. Now notice it went down, and I suspect that means it's on the line now. It's on the grid now. And that may be a design element that I'll need to change. So let's go back to page 1. It's really close to the bottom of the page. So let's go back to the master pages. I'm going to move that up until it jumps up a line. Same over here. Save. See what it looks like. Now it's really close, but I like the space between there and the bottom much better. Now if I wanted to move this text box up, I could do it by hand on every single page, or I could go into the master pages. There they are. I'm going to raise them up. Let's draw a line down here. I'm going to raise them up to about there. I'm going to go up to that line. Want them to match. Okay, that should change the look. Okay. View this. The bottom to me looks a lot more attractive than it did before. I still might tinker with the placement of the numbers, but now I've made one of the margins bigger, and I kind of think I want to do that with some other ones too. So let's get out of presentation mode by hitting escape. Go back into the master pages. Highlight. What is the size of this box? This box is 5 inches by 7.83. Let's change the width of it to 4.6 inches. Okay, now it's not centered. I'm going to move it over. Now it's centered. I'm going to do the same for this one. Change the width to 4.6. Just eyeballing it here. Now I'm going to center it. I'm going to go look and see what it looks like. View that. Preview mode. It looks a little prettier. It looks a little more spacious. It's still kind of an economy book. It's using a lot of the space for type. But it's improved, I think. What does the front look like? This one doesn't look changed. Possibly because this was a custom text box, it didn't get changed. So I'm going to have to do this one by hand, I think. I think that's the problem. Something like that. Yeah. Well, let's double check. But, okay, so. Looking consistent. All right, it's much better. Let's save it. Now, to print it, if I would like to print it, just a test run. I'm going to go back into the masters. I'm going to make 2 new boxes. I'm going to make 1 new box. I'm going to make it the size of the whole page. There it is, the size of the whole page. And I'm going to go up here. There's a black line. That's the color I want. And right above it is the size of the outline or stroke. I'm going to make it 0.75. And that's going to put a little black line all the way around this page. And now it's highlighted. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste another copy out. And I'm going to put that one over on the other page. Now they both have a little black line around them. You can kind of see it. Go to preview. And that means when I print it out, I can see where the actual page size instead of having to try to imagine it. So save. And let's export a PDF. I would like all the pages. I would like them presented as spreads. I would like them to be press or print quality. We can get a little more particular when we get closer to press time, but that should do. There it is on the desktop. Let's open it up and take a look. It's very large. Let's make it a little more normal size. Okay, that's what it looks like when it's printed out at a high quality. You can see the black line in the gutter, but if we printed it on a large piece of paper, an 11 by 17 inch piece of paper at full size, we would see that black line and we would be able to perceive the page sizes, and we could really make a sophisticated judgment about the design. This looks like it's a little bit of an economy book. It's not real generous with white space, but it's not a bad quick draft. Things we got to keep looking for. Is this a good size indent? Would we like more leading? Do we like this font? Is this really a design? It's kind of basic. Do we like the drop cap? Do we like the placement and style of the page number? Do you want any kind of little ornament up here? Do we want a chapter